Hey guys, I'm out today at my conference, and so I wanted to run through our mini lesson with you. You will need your writer's notebook out, and you need to be taking notes while I go through your presentation. You should have already completed your bell ringer for today over word parts, and you should have read for 20 minutes today. Remember, you have your next book talk due on March 1st. So today you're starting to create your artistic chapter 1 of your companion book. So the first step you want to do when you get done watching this video is you want to start researching your artistic structure. What does it look like? So go ahead and write that down in your writer's notebook. Write artistic structure and then write, what does mine look like? You also want to be thinking about, while you're doing the research and you're researching, like, what does propaganda look like? Or what does a comic strip look like? You want to be thinking about how you're going to format your writing to make it appealing to your audience, to the people who will be reading it. Are you going to use technology? Are you going to do it by hand? Maybe you really love to draw. Are you going to draw an entire comic out? But remember, you only have today and tomorrow in class to complete this. So if it's going to take you longer than that, those 2 days, and you're not going to have time to work on it at home, maybe you need to be thinking about ways that you could get it done a little bit faster. So would using technology help you? I want you to have that figured out and planned, because you're going to start, of course, on creating your chapter 1 today. I have linked in some transitional words and phrases for information explanatory text and for narratives. These will be linked on Schoology for you to reference again, so don't worry about writing all of them down, but just keep in mind that you are going to be graded on your transitions, so make sure you are using transitions in your writing. Today's mini lesson is on word choice. So we're going to talk about word choice and why word choice is important in writing. So let's watch this video and see if we notice anything about Tim Tebow's word choice.
I'm so excited about being a Jet, so excited about meeting my teammates, and I'm very, very excited. I was really excited about that. All right, I'm excited. I was excited, and that was exciting for me. So I'm excited to be a Jet, and I'm excited to be here. I think the exciting thing, that would be exciting for me. I think it's just exciting. I'm excited about the opportunity. He was excited. He's excited about working with me. I'm excited about working with him. I'm excited about that opportunity. I'm excited. I'm excited about the opportunity. I'm excited about.
I don't really think we need to watch much more, because all you're going to hear is him continue to use excited, excited, excited. So when we're thinking about word choice, we need to be really careful in what words we choose. Obviously, maybe he's very nervous about this press conference, but at the same time, you need to be conscious of the words you're using so you don't sound repetitive. This video is a great little video from Marley Neal about the case against the words good and bad. So what are some of the good and bad things that you notice in this clip? I want you to write down, so you should have in your writer's notebook your page heading with word choice, and I want you to write down what the things you notice while we watch this video.
Esteemed members of the jury, I submit the following words for immediate and violent execution and extraction from our vocabularies, to be locked away forever if you would prefer. These words I present to you are good and bad. These words have served as treacherous liars for eternity. These two words have worked in tandem to produce vague and bland sentences that have crippled the creativity of humanity. These two deceptively tiny words stifle real description and honest communication. Look at them, just sitting there on this page, all smug and satisfied with their work. How dare they? You serve no purpose in our world, and we must rid ourselves of your influence. We must replace these two words with the truth, with phrases that include adequate and sincere adjectives. I offer you radiant, stupefying, awful, gut-wrenching. These choices create clarity and depth. Good and bad only provide gray vagueness. We must demand color. We should even use winding similes and metaphors where appropriate. We have to do whatever we can and should to make our real sentiments known. Good and bad will no longer be our go-to words that we rely on when we are too afraid or too languid to express our real thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I implore you to deliver a verdict of guilty and send these words to their rightful fate. Now, imagine a world without these two words. Imagine a world where real description is required, digging further into our vocabulary than just a monosyllabic effort to get away with not being honest, impactful, creative. How does my hair look? Good. What is that? A dull attempt not to be honest? Perhaps my hair looks like a hideous mess of tangles and bald spots, yet someone does not want to be honest and offers the quick fix good to try and mask the truth and send me hurling into the evening with a plop of disorganized tresses. This will not do. Perhaps my hair looks like an amazing glossy sculpture that frames my face perfectly and lends an air of magic to the night. Well, good just doesn't cut it. I won't take any more of this formless, lifeless description. I will not take these lies, and neither should you. The doctor asks you how you feel. I feel bad. Heresy! The doctor, based on this paltry report, could conclude that you have brain cancer, or the flu, or rabies. You owe it to yourself and the possible misdiagnosis of your life to be honest about exactly how you feel. I feel like a herd of wombats have taken up in my chest. Aha! There we have it. An accurate description. Now the doctor has some real evidence to work with in order to assist you. We have become addicted to the numbness that good and bad have created. We have become linguistic slobs, churning out good and bad wherever we are too lazy to allow our minds to communicate with creativity and specification. You look good. You sound bad. This tastes good. The weather looks bad. Lie after lie, repeating this verbal gray, this sloshy mush, this fuzzy picture that reflects no real truth. Replace them with grittier, exact terms that have been buried in our Lexis, waiting to see daylight. No longer does the weather look good or bad. The weather looks ominous or exhilarating. Nothing tastes good or bad. It tastes like pillows of sparkles or old shoe and dung. No more of sounding good or bad. You sound like lilting baby laughter or ogres marching to war. Dear God, you do not look good or bad. You look like a feathery angel wearing a rose crown. Today, you look at these two words, good and bad. Examine them closely, because behind their seemingly unassuming visages reside two deceitful offerings that smother the truth. These words are liars. These words must be stopped. Remove them from our language so that honesty can return to our communication. Ladies and gentlemen, if I say to you that you have been a good jury, you will take the compliment, make your decision, and go on about your day. But if I say to you that you are an honorable jury, and that I hope your unshakable determination to better the vocabulary of humanity will result in finding good and bad guilty, you will recognize the ingenuity of this argument and find good and bad guilty.
So what are some of the good and bad things you noticed in this clip? She was a little extreme, yes, about her case against good and bad, but she's right. Good and bad are boring. Very good, very bad, even more boring. Make sure we're using our thesaurus, we're using our resources to choose good words. So we can use this thesaurus and we can come up with really awesome options for the word walk. So instead of saying walk across the room, you can hike across the room, jaunt across the room, step across the room, stretch, stroll. All of these great words just by going to thesaurus.com and typing in the word walk. So make sure we're using our resources. Think about all the figurative language that we talk about, we've learned about previously in the school year, using similes, metaphors, personification, onomatopoeia. Those are those sound words, sensory images, appeal to all five senses, stretch out the description of the most important parts, meaning add lots and lots of details and stretch it out. Make your reader linger to really be able to sink into your scene and understand what's going on and feel what your characters are feeling. Repeat words for emphasis. So sometimes authors will repeat the same word over and over and over again to emphasize something, but we need to be careful and make sure we have not repeated words just by accident, like Mr. Tebow did. Also, you need to think about your audience and your purpose. Who are you writing for? Making sure you're matching your word choice to your audience, just like you'll learn tomorrow about matching your voice to your audience. So remember, again, with word choice, keeping those descriptions lively, but also using academic language. Use narrator, use characters, protagonist, antagonist, use conflict, story arc, rising action, falling action, climax, resolution. All of these literature words that we've been learning this year, make sure you use them inside your chapter 1 piece in the description, and even not just chapter 1 piece, in all of your chapters. So today, you're going to start your chapter 1 artistic piece. It is due Thursday when you walk into class. If you are going to be gone on the Challenger field trip Thursday, then you either need to turn it into me digitally or you need to drop it off before you leave for the Challenger trip. It is due Thursday. If not, I'm going to be sending out emails to all of your parents to let them know you have not turned it in yet. Have a great rest of your day. Remember to fill out the exit ticket so that I know where everybody is at.